Oh, what is up, you guys? My name is Mr. Fisher One, and welcome back to Changling Tale! That is right, I'm back with this wonderful game. I got up on the itch and got hooked up with what and everyone in the team, and they forwarded me the newest build. I believe the only thing new in this build, actually, I believe, is Marion's chapter. I think she gets a chapter 3. So, we're gonna go navigation. Oh, that's cool! You changed the little dealies instead of... Oh, okay. Chapter 3, a new look. Awesome! Yeah, chapter 2. Yeah, the only thing new is chapter 3 here. So I'm glad you guys changed it. That makes a lot more sense now. You got the lock, you got Stag and Nanny, and you put the emblems of who they are. That makes things so much easier. So yeah, we get to start Grace's Marion's chapter 3 now. So that's just what we're just going to jump right into it. So, since we've seen all the other chapter all the way through, so we're just going to jump right into the new stuff. Let's do this, you guys. Fist bump. That better. Wow. My computer's running like ass. Oh, Marion. Malcolm, I'm one of them. Marion cries in near hysterics, her mind on the herd in the field. I wrap her in my arms and she melts into my chest, sobbing. You're not, Marion. You're absolutely not. We'll fix this. We'll figure it out. Ah! Marion pushes me back, tears streaming down her muzzle. Yeah, you said muzzle. Really? Just think muzzle? What's going on here? Did I just really think muzzle? What's going on? It's then that I concede that she has every right to be hysterical. This illness, curse, whatever it is, it's uncalled for and unfair for her. Never has a more caring person been shouldered with more insurmountable problem. Even to me, the outsider, her appearance, while sweet, is quite unnerving and unnatural. We both need answers. You keep saying we'll figure it out, but what? It was bad before, but now it's it's just very bad. Awful. I most certainly can't hide it anymore. I can never, ever be seen. She looks at me expectantly, and I feel shame in my own helplessness. I ain't bog beaten, Malcolm. For what? I still look hideous. You're not hideous, Marion. You're beautiful. You're still you. You're beautiful anthropide. You're just adorable as all hell. I want to give you pats. Even as I say it, I know neither one of us believes that in its entirety she is still Marion. Somehow, internally, but so very changed and quite frightening. They're frightened. Oh, she's got... Yes, give her hands. I take her hand in mine, stroking her fingers if they can still be called that. They become dark and stiff. As I console her, I feel them shifting beneath my ministrations, becoming thicker and more rigid. Uh-oh. Ah, she's got hooves. Becoming cloven hooves. Clacky, clacky, clacky. My breath catches in my throat. It's like I'm reliving my nightmare, only with the roles reversed. A shiver pierces through me like a sheer Baltic wind. Am I changing Marion? The way that in the dream she changed me? Karma! No, this is no dream. I feel as helpless as she does, and I've little to offer in words of wisdom. I'm not me. You must see that. What should I do? Go off to the apothecary and ask for tincture for cow face? A balm to rub on my tail? It's absurd, Malcolm. Kiss her. Oh, she just now noticed her hands. Her eyes go wide as she looks down, seeing her love the animation. You guys are doing so good. You guys, what may have said that, you know, they don't really have the budget, the funds to be able to do animations real well, but this is still done very, very well, you guys. Like, that is adorable. They move more naturally than their stiffness would suggest. It's getting worse. Oh my god. She inhales sharply and looks as if she's about to admit something unforgivable. At this rate, I'm going to turn into a real live cow! Drool and all! She slumps down in a stupor and shock. I'm taken back to the trenches, watching helpless soldiers would go mad after weeks on end of excesses of caffeine and explosions. I need to rein Marion in, at least, lest her sanity go too far to be retrieved. Come, take my hand, let's stroll in the garden. Feed H.M. some oats. Anything to take our minds off this, even for a moment. She looks understandably skeptical when I reach for her hand or hoof. Trust me. I help her stand, as she still seems a bit unsteady. No! She stumbles, landing back on her chair. Are you alright? Marion's shock turns to frustration as she fumbles with her boots. Oh shit. I don't know, it feels like there's a rock in my shoe, but the shoe won't come off. Because it's not a rock, Marion. Figured that the fingers may be more adept than hooves to deal with shoelaces. Wait, hold on. Figuring that fingers may be more adept than hooves to deal with shoelaces, I bend down to help, but quickly realize that the laces are not the problem. Her boot is several sizes too small, or perhaps, more accurately, her foot is now several sizes too big. I tug on the boot to try and pull it free. Malcolm, be careful! Almost got it! Oh shit! So stop! You're tearing them! That wasn't me. Marion groans and starts twisting her ankle around impossibly. Oof! What are you doing? That tickles! I knew that was going to happen. That was just set up too well for that. I could not help. I foresaw that. I loosen my grip just as Marion's hooves burst through both her boots. It's like they have a vendetta against the leather. I see what you guys did there. That was good. And perhaps rightly so. No. I turn my gaze away from the spectacle to look up, expecting her to be scared or crying. Those boots were expensive. Oh, I'm dying! To my surprise, she's just pouting. For the first time, she seems genuinely undaunted about a change. We both watch mesmerized. Mesmerizing. Ah! It's a process. Her feet matching her hands. Her heels lift upwards, further twisting and tearing what's left of the boots. Ouchie, pardon me. The movement settles just as a tiny dew claws pop out below her ankle, like the rest of her. Pretty cute and dainty. Oh, they're pretty cute and dainty. Is it awful? No, but it's quite a size. She's gonna... That's so cute. I need to sneeze. She stretches her legs so we could both see clearly. The tattered remains of her footwear slew off of what can no longer be called a foot. The walls of her new hooves, seem thick and sturdy. Marion laughs. Well, I'll never have to wear shoes again. Quick rinse and I'll be good to go. One moment she is terrified, the next she acts like nothing is wrong. I try to forgive her confusion. It's not like I've ever turned into a cow. No, just a buck, just a stag, you know. Oh, that's a positive spin. I have to be positive, or I'll go mad. As a March hare. Is she trying to wink? She snorts lightly as she laughs to herself. Her eye twitches. Oh, it's a twitch. Marion? I mean, can you picture me with long floppy ears? Well, longer and floppier. Effie comes to mind immediately, and I bite my tongue. Oh, let's tackle on one animal body at a time. Oh, Marion, please take a deep breath. Take several, as many as you need. Have a plan. Give her a smooch. Her laughter subsides, replaced with a wan smile. In truth, I do not have a plan, but I don't share that. Instead, I resolve to come up with one fast. Oh, may I borrow your bathroom? What are you planning, Malcolm? What are you planning? Ah, it's the... Oh, she's so adorable! I love the patterns on her, by the way. You guys went really well. Where's my mouse? There it is. You guys went really well with the patterning on her. I really like that pattern. The way it's still got some, like, human skin tone to it. And it's really good patterning. This is your plan? I didn't say it was a good one. No, close your eyes. An array of jars and canisters are spread across the counter. I select one labeled Lady Esther's All-Purpose Long-Lasting Face Powder. Oh dear God. Take your mind off your nose, that side panel announces, and never worry about making up in public again. Well, time to test that claim to the limit. I open the jar and start applying the powder to Marion's face. That stuff barely sticks to her fur. Am I doing it right? I'm not exactly a makeup artist. She's gonna sneeze. A cow's snout is not exactly the intended surface either. I remind myself I apply the product more liberally, daubing firmly to get it to adhere. Dear God. A cloud of dust billows around her face, soon filling the room. For the first time since the war, I regret not having a gas mask by my side. Oh dear God. No! I can barely breathe! Nearly done, mademoiselle. Voila! Well, I mean... kinda worked. I mean, the first pattern's taken care of, but... we'll wrap your head to cover the horns, tuck in the tail guards, and no one will be notice a thing. Are you sure? I put on my most convincing smile. Yeah, looks good, right? You guys think it looks good? Hit that thumbs up button. Which I hope is at least a little more convincing than her disguise. If she looked like a cow before, now she looks like a ghost and a cow. You're quite sure. It's simply looks like you haven't seen daylight for weeks. At this rate, that may well be my future. Ah, no, Marion. I promise you that never will you become a hermit. I won't allow it. The world needs your beauty. Oh, she's so fucking cute. You're being silly. Perhaps, but it's nice to get a smile from you. It's nice to get a smile from you. Oh, oh my God. Now it looks like she just has a really white pattern. The ghost cow embraces me, leaving a large white smudge on my dark shirt. I stand to brush it off, laughing, and open the window to vent out the dust. Hello? Marion, are you expecting company? No. Why? We hear a knock, and panic sweeps back over Marion's face. No, don't answer it! No one can see me like this! She fidgets and stomps her foot. I can tell her mind is racing again. Wait, no, answer the door. Make up an excuse. I'm not here. Whatever you tell them, whoever it is, make sure they leave. It looked like, Effie, actually. I nod but look back to the window. That blouse is familiar. Marion, it's only Grace. Why would that girl knock? Not just into her own home. Oh, it's Grace? Relief sweeps over her, relaxing her bovine features. Oh, they have locked the door. Poor girl. Do let her in. Hi, Grace. How you do? I open the door for Grace and am hit with a look of warning. I've seen it before. The same look of gave me when I came to pick Marion up from picnic just days ago. Grace, I'm sorry we locked you out. Marion is having a terrible day. Things have gotten much worse. Grace's customary smirk is nowhere in sight. I fear she's angry with me, which seems like an overreaction for our mistake. Then from behind her, another shadow falls. Alana's blonde. What? Since when was Alana blonde? It moves, revealing the long, red-haired of goodwill and nightmares, Miss Alana. She steps from behind Grace, fiddling with the strings on her cloak and brushing down her wind-blown bangs. She looks almost joyful. Is she smiling to herself? Hello, Miss Alana. What a lovely surprise. I raise my voice to alert Marion. Oh no, hold on. Then I gotta fix that. Hold on, I gotta change that. What? Hello, Miss Alana. Oh, what a lovely surprise. There we go. I raise my voice to alert Marion. Turning to look for her, I spot her tiptoeing towards her bedroom. She catches my eye and shakes her head anxiously. Alana also seems understandably confused to see me. I am unsure of how to proceed. Luckily, Grace fills in the blanks. Malcolm, I ran into Miss Alana on the way back from the loft. She said she'd like to pay us a visit. Hello, Malcolm. A surprise to me as well. Grace gives me an earnest apology with 1 second of eye contact, but why couldn't she have delayed Alana? Kept her from coming. Alana's visit is unexpected and presumptuous, too coincidental to simply be goodwill. Part of me thinks I scrutinize her demeanor and tone of voice. I apologize for disrupting your day, but I heard whispering talk in town. My heart catches in my throat. Whispers? What whispers? Jessie has left for the city, correct? I wanted to make sure everyone was doing all right, especially Marion. She must be devastated. No, yeah, of course, Jessie. My tension eases, but only a little. Alana's voice, so unmistakable, is like rancid molasses, sweet and smooth, but sour, bitter, and cloying. She peers her head this way and that, looking for Marion, and angling to get inside the house. What was that you were saying to Grace? Something about Marion? What's gotten worse? Oh, God, I need to save. She's been acting like an animal lately. I'm dying. You just missed her. She's not feeling well. She's not feeling well. I'm not feeling her best at the moment. Oh no. If it's not to bother her, I'll just peek my head in on her. No. What? I mean, no need. She might be contagious. We wouldn't want to be getting ill. I imagine cow horns sprouting from Alana's head. Not exactly what she'd expect from a charitable visit. Then again, maybe that's just what she deserves from Edley. Is she very sick? Maybe I can help. Why didn't I just be candid with her? Just tell her the truth. Okay, I turned her into a cow. Help us. Now I picture her doing incantations over Marion's sleeping body and sprinkling her head with dried flower petals and herbs. Honestly, at this point, could it hurt? Help? How so? Lana crosses her arms, challenging me. Well, may I come in? No. Grace rolls her eyes. Follow me. The two women push me out of the way and into the living space. Marion, thankfully, is nowhere to be found. Lana heads to the bedroom, and I hold my breath while Grace chases after her. It's too late. Lana opens the door in Marion's room. I start to feel terrible for not being able to protect Marion. I whisper hurriedly to Grace. Why would you bring Lana here? What if Marion had answered the door? She'd have downright been humiliated. Malcolm, hush. I knew she never would have answered the door. If she saw me through the window, she'd have seen Alana as well. It would have been her decision. Alana would break through the window to find her. I was thinking on my feet. Then you need new feet. Then you need new feet. Give me a break. Footsteps sound behind us. Marion, where are you? Wow. Alana steps back outside the bedroom, alone. She's not in there. Oh! Hold on, was that actually there the whole damn time? Okay, no, it's not. That is fucking adorable. I can see her horns, I can see her muzzle, I can see her bust line. Why is she wagging her tail? Oh. Just then, I catch Grace's eye, which guides me to the back window. From behind the heavy curtain, I can see a swish of a tail. Marion's hiding. Why? This is nonsense. This is nonsense. I agree. Where could she have gone? Marion walks closer to the back of the house to look out the window. Miss Alana. Yes, dear. Grace is distracted by her sister sneaking out from under the curtain, making her way to the kitchen table and ducking underneath. Oh, for heaven's sake. Oh my god, you guys are killing me. Grace looks for me for guidance. No, Marion may have taken off for a walk. Wouldn't she have left through the front door? I think you have a fair point there. Lana goes back towards the door, knocking into the kitchen chair as she moves. A short yelp comes from under the table. What was that? Oh, nothing. We have mice. Very loud mice. Okay. Huh, well, it does look like Marion has ducked out. There's no telling when she'll be back. I certainly don't mind waiting. I'm sure she'd be happy to have another shoulder to lean on when she returns. Why are you blonde? I want desperately to be frustrated or impatient with Alana's actions, but I'm not. She wants to be... She wants to be a rock for Marion in a very same way I do. I believe her to be nosy, but also just maybe she's kind, after all. Possibly even sincere. I mean, she dyed her hair for the occasion. I don't know why she dyed her hair. I can't picture a scenario in which Alana would punish or shame Marion for her deeds out of the poor girl's control. Who knows? Given her penchant for the weird, perhaps Alana could fix it, even. Ugh. Damn it. I dropped my coaster. Crap. But of course, that tissue is a really crappy makeshift coaster. I'm stuck not knowing what to do. I want her to speak to Marion, but I also want to respect Marion's wishes. Should she want privacy? Most of all, I want this awkwardness to end. Oh, of course, please stay. What? Oh, why, thank you. I give Grace a questioning look. She nods as if formulating a plan. Yes, I'll make us all tea and we can catch up. Why is she blonde? Why did you guys cheat? I mean, why is she... She's not blonde, she's a redhead, right? Confused and frozen, I join Alana at the table. Behind her, Grace is at the cabinet, open... Grace? What are you doing? I know, why does it say she's right here? Behind her, Grace has the cabinet door open and is furiously whispering to her sister. It sounds as though she's talking to herself, which oddly doesn't seem to affect one at all. On second thought... Oh, thank God, please leave. Let me help with the tea. Fine, no need! She slams the cupboard door shut. I swear I hear a muffled cry from Marion. Oh, but I should... idle hands, as they say, are the devil's tools. I sit there in a state of panic, unsure of how to escape the situation. Where do you keep your teacups, Grace? What just happened over there? I saw something in the corner of my eye. Oh, it was the chair. No, not in there. A scream echoes through a small place. Like a prank gone horribly wrong, Alana opens the cupboard holding a petite cowgirl, all curled up in a ball of shade. Hello, Miss Alana, how are you? Well, the cat's out of the bag. Alana takes the surprise well. I was very sorry to hear about Jessie. I wanted to make sure you girls are alright, especially you, Marion. Our old school teacher's voice is gentle and disarming. If she is angry about our deception, it does not show. It also feels as if we are back at school waiting the next lesson. After everything, the odd visits, the cryptic warnings, the uncomfortable probes, here, now, Alana gives off this unspoken motherly energy full of warmth and safety. Like she is still watching over us after all these years. She gets closer to Marion and takes her hand. Marion obliges as if in a trance. Finally they stand, looking into each other's eyes. With Marion's hands in hers, Alana slides her thumb over and along the hard ridges of Marion's former fingers. Marion whispers. Alana lets her hand go. Tears stream down Marion's face, leaving white streaks where the remains of her makeup is washed away. Aww. It's actually on us. In a flash, Marion is gathering up in Alana's embrace and lets herself collapse into her teacher's bosom. Her cries grow louder at the first and then soften to sniffles. I try to keep my head down as my stomach hurts seeing Marion so upset, so helpless. Every time I look up, I see Alana's kindness and Marion's sadness. Both disquiet me very deeply. I don't know that word. I'll be honest, I don't know some words. What about it? Big whoop, wanna fight about it? No, I'm just kidding. As Marion's tears subside, Alana guides her into the bathroom, becoming quite tender in tone and in action. She comforts Marion in ways I've not seen since I was a young student. It could well be that Alana was the closest thing to the Cloud children ever had to a mother, and what a mother to have, a gift or a curse. I think of the many times over I've heard whispers of Alana's sorcery and magic, of her insistence that I avoid the McLeod sisters, and my naivete in assuming she was acting like a mad bat. That perhaps was something to her warnings that doesn't excuse her behavior. Still, I'm thankful that Alana has been nothing but kind to the issues. God, lasses, fuck, I can't read. Well, today's been a bit rash, hasn't it? To say the day's had its ups and downs is an understatement. Grace broods, her sister turning into a cow, neighbors traipsing in and out of her home. I can't imagine what Grace must be going through. How her world could be more turned upside down. Ben they begin here, do you think? Shall I let us fire? Aye, of course, make yourself at home. Her eye roll is so exaggerated, it's practically audible. I'm not all that cold, really, but I leap at the excuse to busy myself. A friendly fire is dancing in the hearth by the time the women emerge together. Marion's face clean and Alana's arms still around. Now then, how about those drinks? I take Marion from Alana and hold her in my arms by the fire, pulling her close as we listen to the kettle clang and the water boil. Grace sits on the other side of Marion, placing the blankets around her once again, rubbing her back gently, but staying quiet. Silent. The rattle of teetering cups has all of us raise our heads. Alana sets down the tea tray and gives us the first cup to Marion. The scent is heady, like spices from the Far East. It's an herbal blend and is settling in. Marion nods and sips. A smile appears across her face. It looks so forced that it is unsettling. Thank you, Miss Alana. It tastes wonderful. Marion's voice shakes as if fresh tears are about to pour out. Her bottom lip trembles as she swallows, and her hands shake almost uncontrollably. I notice she struggles to hold the teacup upright in her hoof. So I balance the bottom in my palm as she drinks, taking it from her to set it down once she has finished the entire cup. Golly, what is wrong with me today? Grace also drinks her tea quickly, and I wonder what blend Alana has brewed. I hesitate in trying it myself, though it seems to work wonders, as both sisters relax and appear more alert and focused. Malcolm, why don't you have a taste? I'm not wont to ignore my own concerns. Alana's undying state of authority has me following her command like the well-trained soldier I am. I take a cautious sip and am relieved to find it tastes like tea. No suspicious or undue feeling sweeps over me, so I take another sip and proceed to empty the cup. Sometimes I wonder if the mystery surrounding Alana and her candor, her unwillingness to be anything but frank. There's no small talk with her. No sign of enjoying the pleasant pleasure of just being. The tea leaves me feeling calm, patient, and relaxed. I don't fight it, as the tranquility is so welcome. Alana stands as if it is an invisible... Let me try that sentence again. Alana stands as if at an invisible lectern, a stance perfected over many years of teaching. I have no doubt. If only she had all the answers, like she did in our school years. I peer at the thoughtful eyes behind those glasses. Might she? It seems my peers wonder the same thing. All at once, an invisible dam breaks, releasing a torrent of questions. What's wrong with me? Can you help me? What is it? Can you change her back? Make her human again? Am I safe? When will I go away? I join in. How does she live like this? Can whatever this is, can it be reversed? Alana, can you save me, please? Please tell me you can save me. We go silent and hear only a faint ticking of the clock on the wall. Alana looks to me and adjusts her glasses before she replies. I will try my best to answer all of your questions, but I don't know everything. You've seen this before, haven't you? First, I have a question. Marion, when did all of this begin? Just a few weeks ago. I think I noticed it first in my back. Then Marion points to her horns. Alana seems less shocked than disappointed. Ah, yes, I see. Alana folds her hands, taking on a tone I've not heard since days of chalkboard and arithmetic. Authoritative, but friendly, as if she's she's the expert, and we're instinctively to accept it. Ugh. Can I? Yeah, I want to. At this point, I would feel a sense of relief, if only to know this burden is finally out of our hands. I'm never quite sure how to avoid being direct and blunt, and I don't believe this is a situation in which I'm to make an attempt. So let me be concise and clear. Marion, I know the question that is the foremost in your mind, the one that you did not ask. The answer is no. You will never become a cat. You'll never lose your mind or your kind soul. Marion does not look relieved, only more confused. How do you know that? How can you possibly know that? What am I? What is this? Lana stiffens and replies in her patented fashion. You are special, a creature of note. I hear Grace snort. Oh, she's a creature, all right. Go ahead, stop it. I continue, overwhelmed with impatience and frustration. Lana, that means nothing. Tell us what you may know about this. Have you seen this before? Ow, I have. Now, I'll get better? It'll go away? Right? Please tell me just that. Marion, have you heard the word puka before? Or changeling? Hearing the word strike fear into my chest, the weird and gruesome stories upon in Bard's compendium, is Alana saying that they are true? Marion looks shaken. Like in the fairy tales? Alana's face brightens and relaxes. Yes, just like that. A human form with animal features. I want it! Exchanged for a real child? Yes, that's right. Is that what I am? Yes, you are. I'm not... Whoa, wait a minute. Marion starts weeping again and leans into me. I rub her shoulders. I'm not real? Oh, no, dear. Marion, you are very, very true and real. Ooh, power surge. Marion's look reveals layers of fear. Does my father know? Wait, was our mother Fae? Is our family magic? What will I turn into? Grace leans forward and, oh, come on, as if grasping that this may involve her too. I don't know if your father is aware. I wouldn't believe so. And no, Grace, your mother never possessed this gift. This is very uncommon and never a near impossibility. A bit of a miracle, Reed. A miracle? It's a nightmare! Lena appears unconvinced. Is it? Are you in pain? Uncomfortable? Are you unhappy? Or are you simply fearful? Fear isn't simple, Alana. Grace, let Marion answer. I need to know. Marion shifts under the blankets and begins examining her hands. To have hooves for hands, of course that frightens me. But no, not in pain. I'm in fear every day, fearful that someone will see me like this, mock me, humiliate me. That fear makes me unhappy, yes. But you're comfortable, aren't you? I don't know, but I feel like This is your true nature. Marion nods slowly. I've been too embarrassed to admit that. My heart sinks hearing that Marion not only has been concealing her feelings from me, but also that she may feel better this way. How will any of us adjust? Alana, explain how you know this to be true. Am I going to become a cow? What about Jessie? So far away now. She can't live like this in the city. She'll be eaten alive, quite literally. I've known for some time about Marion. I sense changes. I can't tell you how. It's a blessing and a curse. My ability to perceive the truth. But no, Grace, I don't think you or Jessie have anything to worry about. I want to challenge Alana as well, ask her more questions, but I still need to start digesting the answers we receive. Why do we trust her? How does it all seem so harmless listening to her and believing her? So, I've always been like this? This is me? Marion's face drops again. I fear that more tears are to follow. This is unbelievable. I've been lied to my whole life. Glenna, I don't know who I am. No, Marion, no one has lied to you. You are you. Your life is real as you are. In your body, your family. Your family cares deeply for you, as do I and Malcolm. I think about what Alana is saying. Her definition of truth and honesty seems not to include lies by omission, which apparently is the treatment Marion has received. Her entire life by this woman, her so-called protector. And here is now. It is also real, tangible. Don't lose sight of everything pure and true in your world because of change, no matter how drastic. That is a good fucking point. Just because the story of your beginning, of how you came to be, is not what you remember, do not let this knowledge impact your future. Never should our past define our present. That's another good freaking moral compass right there. Alana sounds as if she's trying to convince herself of the same thing. She catches Marion's eye and directs Marion's gaze towards me. I blush, but hold eye contact with Marion as to assure her I am real and here for her, always, just as I promised. At the same time, I want to scream out in a rage to demand that magic is not real and hasn't ever been. Fairy tales are stories for children. Magic has no place in our village and never did. But as I start to open my mouth, Alana catches my eye and holds my line of sight as she pours another cup of tea for me. Without saying a word, I take the cup and empty its contents down my throat. The relief sets in immediately. But why? Why me? How? This isn't just defining me. It's all encompassing. Fuck. It's over every inch of my body. I just don't understand any of it. Alana, please just tell me more. How do you possibly know any of this? How long have you known? Hold, please. Man, I must have forgetting I got a minor acid going on. Okay, 3, 2, 1, in. Alright, sorry about that, you guys. My door wouldn't shut all the way, so you could hear the baby monitor like really loud. Remember, Marion, please. The why is the least important. The how is too tricky to explain. The important focus is what is right in front of our eyes. And growing out from behind her. Grace, hush. I feel locked in place. I want more tea, but also want to be able to speak. It's a feeling short of hallucinating, as I'm taken back to Effie showing me her long, soft rabbit ears. What if magic is here in Alcatraz, and always has been, and none of us has ever recognized it, acknowledged it, or trusted in it? Perhaps now is our chance for Marion's sake. This was bound to happen. It was your fate. You can't stop fate. I can't stop fate. So I'll stay like this forever? Lana takes a deep breath before responding. Yes. Marion appears more resigned than fearful at the news. But it won't get worse? Don't say worse. Fine, no, not worse, just more? That I do not know. I'm sorry, I wish I had all the answers. There's so much I still don't understand. Why is this happening now? As I said, the why is not. Not why? Why now? How now, brown cow? Sorry, I couldn't help it. I'm caught off guard as Alana turns to me. Her gaze lingers for a moment as she seems to make a decision. Fey magic works in strange, often indeterminable ways, and it's not ours to understand, but to accept. Most likely you are now the right age to handle your changes. They don't typically occur in childhood, when the illusion is most important. Marion snorts. The wonderful pleasures of adulthood. She's going through anthropuberty, basically. Magic may be mischievous, but it also has the power for great good. Marion, you are undoubtedly a child of the Fae. You should trust in your own self more than ever. Marion's eyes get wide. Do I have special powers? Like, can she give milk? Grace! Lana stares Grace down until I truly believe Grace might cry. Alana's powers certainly have not diminished over time. If I can offer you any reassurance, it is that fate makes decisions for you. Being true to yourself is the only goal in life you really ought to chase. Marion nods. No matter how trite, I want desperately to believe Alana is right on this single account. I've seen enough destruction to know that abhorrent goals are the ultimate roads to ruin. Wow, I read that almost perfectly. Now, I have a question for you, Marion. Are you sure you feel alright? No pain at all? If there is, perhaps I can help ease it. I shudder to think what Alana would offer to ease pain. Something more powerful than a cup of tea? One would guess. Marion shakes her head but keeps it facing down. I am many things, but I have never been naive. I have been around long enough to have heard the rumors spread about me. Accusations of witchcraft and worse. I feel my face redden, aware that I have believed many of these tales myself. Marion, if any of those stories of my magic powers were true, I would change you back in one blink of an eye. I would take your heart away. I believe you, I truly do. Marion looks Alana hard in the eye, then turns to me. If I could wish for anything, I would simply wish to be accepted, to be loved for who or what I am. A lump catches in my throat. This all seems so unreal, so completely unfair, so profound. The woman I love hiding in obscurity because she fears, as we all fear, the judgment of others. It's sickening, grotesque, more so than any change of Marion's appearance. I think back to the fellow Tommy in our to a fellow Tommy in our division, hit by shrapnel, sparred by some miracle, but left disfigured. Spared by some miracle, but left disfigured. When he came to, the biggest fear wasn't losing his service career, or even his life. His fear was losing respect. He said he looked like a monster, that no one would ever look at him in the eye, treat him like a human, love him again. I don't know what happened to him, but I've never I've never done that word more. Marion's fear of rejection is palpable. I know there is no way of proving my devotion other than staying by her side. And I truly hope I'm willing to do so. Wait, only you know if you're willing to do so. Marion, if I were able to perform any real sorcery, I would change the opinions of others. Greatest magic trick of all. You'll be fine, Marion, I know it. Marion takes another look down at where her hands used to be, tapping... Oh, that was cool. Tapping them together to make the unmistakable sharp clack of hooves. And what if I like it? Her tone suggests that there's a struggle going on within her. Will she keep fighting, or simply let go? Suddenly her face becomes resolute. Accusatory, or accusatory even, she levels her gaze at Atlanta. Is that why you hid this from me? Because you hoped I would never find out the truth? Lest I embrace it? Atlanta's eyes get large. I withheld this from you because you wouldn't have believed me. Even if I had told you, because I hoped the time would never come when you would find out for yourself in this situation. Yeah, that sounds about right. But know that even if I haven't been entirely forthcoming, I have always been honest, and I have always been by your side. By all of your sides. Here I know Atlanta is again withholding a large piece of the truth. She made it crystal clear I was to avoid all of the sisters. What had she told Grace? This was uncommon, a near impossibility. Yet no, between Marion and Effie, that's two long-eared ladies I've encountered so far. Also, why did she dye her hair blonde? What is up with that? I know she wasn't blonde in the earlier builds. What the fuck happened, you guys? I mean, was she blonde and I'm just crazy? I'm gonna have to... Hold on a second. And here's proof that I'm not fucking crazy here. First off, I went into the game directory like I usually do. I didn't look, no spoilers, no nothing like that. But here's what she looks like now. Angry face Alana. Okay, you guys see it, right? She's blonde. Don't know why she dyed her hair blonde. Here's what it looked like in the build that I originally had. Same exact picture, different color hair. Red, blonde. Why did she dye her hair blonde? I mean, it doesn't bother me, but I thought I was going fucking cuckoo bananas there for a second. But okay, now we're back to your regularly scheduled Changling Tale episode. How many more are hiding something beneath than their millinery? I stay mum, but resolve to confront Alana. What if Marion's sisters are still also at risk? That's... Picturing Jessie turning bovine in the middle of a pub in Glasgow makes my stomach churn. And it also brings a smirk to my face. Something funny, Malcolm? No, quite the contrary. I was just thinking. Yes? Marion, I'm not worried endlessly about what others think of you. But no matter what happens, nothing could diminish my love for you. Aww. Malcolm, you don't have to say that. But it's true. Others be damned. I know it's easier said than done, but please hear me. I am here for you. As am I, Marion. I am too, Marion. Always? Always. Alana starts collecting the empty teacups. I recognize that this is much to hear and absorb. I should probably leave you to your thoughts, man. Yes, perhaps that is best for right now. Find me at the schoolhouse if you need me. Things will be alright with time. You will adapt, others will too. And if they don't, Alana waggles a stern finger. They'll have me to deal with. Me too! Grace cringes and recoils in fear. None of us doubt her. Oh, this is awesome. Listen. Oh, just want to give her a big kiss on the side of her. Aww. So adorable. The youngest McLeod goes to clean up, and Marion announces that she needs to rest. I leave Marion to the bed and tuck her in for a nap. Marion, if this is overwhelming, please let any of us shoulder your burdens. We're not to be able to sew or cook. We're probably doing my number of things half as well as you, but I can always try. I'll tell Grace to do it. Thank you, Malcolm. I'll keep that in mind. Ah! One kiss now, and another for later. I'll return after I've done all for Gran that needs doing, in a few hours at most. Marion doesn't move a muscle nor look me in the eye. I fret momentarily that all this new information will strain our relationship, but I know there's no changing reality, and I can't dwell too long on those fears. Rest well. I'll see you soon. I'd have kissed her on the muzzle, though. I would have kissed her on the back of the head, because she's so adorable! As I go to leave, I decide to pull Grace aside. She beats me to it. In case you're worried, I've no plans to return to the lock today. My priorities lie only on with my sister. I can't make a stew or roast, but hopefully biscuits and jam will make for a hearty enough meal this evening. What if I pick up a pint of clotted cream to have with? Please. Knowing that Grace is taking care of her sister allows me to leave with some modicum of comfort. I also know biscuits and jam await, along with one more hug and a kiss before bed. Marion may not have received the answer she wanted, but at least she's been comforted. Most importantly, she's safe. And she's not going to turn into a full-blown moo-moo cow. There's nothing more I can do, or say or do. I begin my journey home, walking at a snail's pace. Outside, the fresh air is welcome. Being cooped up in the house of confusing revelations and confessions, I didn't realize I'd been holding my breath for so long. My lungs seize again when a familiar voice calls me over. Malcolm. I turn around, and much to my chagrin, Alana is walking quickly toward me. What the fuck is with the power today? Has she been waiting for me this whole time? Why are you blonde? Please, don't be angry with Marion. Be angry with me. I take pause at her desperation in her eyes, the same look she gave me at the night I returned home. I'm not angry, Miss Alana. Confused, yes. Frightened, but not angry. I want to apologize. My behavior towards you and Marion has been abrupt and unwarranted. And rude. Yes, I'm sorry. It is so apparent that you and Marion have feelings for each other, feelings so strong that my warnings were not going to halt that. Love growing. Love is precious and not a thing with which to be trifled. I believe she and I were meant to be. So it would seem, though. I deeply regret my actions and the, circumstances you two are facing, but given that there is no going back, I truly wish the absolute best for you. Aww. I appreciate and accept the apology. I'm thankful for your support and guidance. Over time, Marion will be too. Somehow. Instead of the comforting response I desire, I'm given another dose of her peculiar nonsense. Malcolm, have you spoken to anyone about this? Other than you, Agnes, Effie? I carefully weigh my response. Nay, I don't believe so. Think carefully on it. Think it over. Then over again. Just think. Yes, I ought to be going. Be well, Malcolm. Think, please. That I will. And please, give Marion time for her sake, for your sake. Lana seems to have returned to a state of fervent nerves and mild paranoia. The tea seems to have helped as well. Thank you for that. Perhaps you need some more yourself. She laughed softly. I've known to calm my nerves of the wee ones who cling too tightly to their mother's apron strings. If you add a dram or two of whiskey, it will also improve spirits. Oh, but that's not what you give the students. Malcolm. Not yet. My patience has nearly been tested for that far. You've not lived until you've been given charge of a dozen children under the age of 10. Imagine myself alone in the field with a dozen children with tails and horns. At a later time, I might ask Lana if she thinks I'm at any risk of developing fluffy ears. Speaking of fluffy ears, do you know of any other villagers in town in this condition? Any other fae? I can't say if I do. It's double talk, meaningless. She won't say? Or does she not? I don't know. Perhaps she herself doesn't know the answer? Lana squints as if reaching deeper into my thoughts. Why? Have you seen something? Or someone? That decision is going to wait for another time! Actually, I don't want to save there. I want to save here. Because I want to go back and just see what happens if I say she's acting like an animal. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here, you guys, because this is right at an hour, and that's how long these are going to be. I'm pretty sure this, the chapters themselves have been about 2 or 3 episodes apiece, except for Jesse's chapter. Ours was 2. I think Marion's was 3 or 4. So there might be 3 or 4 episodes on this. I don't know, but so far, this is great. The only thing that throws me off is, Alana's hairdo. I don't understand. You even said that she, her red hair comes from behind view. So, did you guys just, I don't know, but still, it's cool, it's different, it threw me way the fuck off, but this game is still amazing, you guys. You guys are doing amazingly wonderful, you guys are doing fucking great at it, and I'm gonna keep playing this till the very fucking end, or you guys stop helping me with builds. So, all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Reaction week is, a few more weeks, so feel free to put any suggestions down in the comments down below. I will gladly check those out. Also, if you guys have any other ideas for any kind of games you guys want to see, feel free to put those in the comments down below as well, and I'll see if I can get a hold of them. So, all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Hey, and peace out. Watcha!